next guest. His name is Franklin Wan Yama, and he's here to talk about living positively even with HIV. Karibu sana to the show, Franklin.
Asante sana.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you making the time. Now, let me just give you a brief background about who Franklin is. He's 25 years old, and like I mentioned, he's living positive with HIV. He leads a group called Hope Family, and that brings about other positive people together. And in this group, he hopes to and helps to mentor them, mostly in growing in self-esteem. And he got to know about his status while in primary school, and he's going to be telling us, just about how young he was. But karibu sana to the show.
Asante sana.
Yeah. Maybe we can go back a little bit and provide a bit more context for our audience members here. But maybe you'd share with us how you actually got to contract HIV.
Okay. Asante sana. Oh, I came to notice that I'm HIV positive while I was in class 5.
Class 5.
And that was like, I knew from the doctor where I was going for my clinics, because by then I was just sickly. My mom never told me anything, and she used to tell me that the medication you are taking are meant for the chest. So for me, I was taking them knowing that the medication are meant for chest. So when I grew up and I wanted to know more, that's when she opened up and told me that she found out that we were positive.
Wow.
That was 2000 at Busia District Hospital. And then we went to Nangina Mission, and then we came now to Fikiria Jamii in Nairobi.
Wow.
But it was not that easy since I was so sickly.
Yeah. So you were born with it?
Yeah, I was born positive. Yeah. It was not easy to cope because in the family, the dad was neg. So we had to fight for our space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was just, and do you have how many siblings?
We are 4.
You're 4 of you.
Yeah.
Are your siblings also positive?
No, I am the firstborn. Me and mom alone, we are HIV positive. The rest are negative.
Wow.
So fighting for that space in the house as 2 of you, my hope was only my mom.
Yeah.
Because things could change anytime in house. Like,
right.
mnataka nini hapa, like ugonjwa, like you just get that stigma.
Even from your family
Yeah,
members.
from the family, and that was dad by then. So it was not that easy. It was not that easy coping up, but I thank the facility in Nairobi, actually, Fikiria Jamii, whereby they did a lot. From the social workers, they used to tell me, unatoboa, when kijana chipkizi. So such words could empower me.
Yeah.
And then my mom used to tell me that you are the Moses of my family. By then I was not getting what she was meaning.
Yeah.
So I came to start understanding it recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And would you have wished to have known earlier, like in Standard 5? Did she tell you why she kept it a secret from you then, even when you would ask?
Okay. My mom never told me, because it reached a point I understood why she didn't tell me. Because disclosing to a child his or her status at an early age, it might change a lot.
Yeah.
Because you are just taking medication, you know that it's meant for chest. But you come to hear that you are taking them because you are HIV positive. And by then, in schools, they were like, ukimwi ugonjwa mbaya, wamaliza, wanadamu. So you are like,
yes.
And then, when the teacher teaches, you hear that watu wanapata ukimwi kwa tabia mbaya. So you are like, where did I do the tabia mbaya? So the parent, sometimes I understand them, whereby they keep it a secret until the facilities or where you go for your appointments to help in.
Yeah. Counseling you to understand.
Yeah, to understand each man.
Wow, very, very important. We're going to take this break now, I think. But when we get back, we're going to continue chatting with Franklin, just to hear a bit about his life. He then learned in Standard 5 that he is HIV positive. I just want to get an insight into his life since then. And even with COVID right now, of course, we've been hearing a lot about, protecting vulnerable populations and our immunity systems. We just want to find out a bit about how he's been coping as well. But I also invite you to send out your love and support to him. 22999 is the SMS line. If you're also a person living with HIV, please do chime into this conversation. We'd be more than honored to have your feedback as well, and perhaps maybe even see if you can join Hope Family as well. He'll be telling us a bit about that too. This is Full Circle with Joyce. We'll be back after this. All right, guys, welcome back to the show, and thank you again for engaging with me. Stanley says the show is awesome, watching from Kiambu. The topic is good about living with HIV. Hilda says Franklin is going, it's better. Him who accepts himself, God will keep him safe, they say. Carol from Juja says, indeed, Franklin's story is so encouraging. Not everybody can open up about his or her status. Big up to you, Wan Yama. Continue being an encouragement to many out there. Once again, I'm here with Franklin Wan Yama, who's 25 years old and living positively with HIV. And man, does he have quite the story to tell. Before the break, we got to learn that he actually was born with HIV, and it was a really tough time because it was just him and his mom in the house that are positive, his dad negative, and his siblings, him being the firstborn, also negative. And before we even jump into COVID and the times we're living in today, there's so much that has happened in your life too, even to this point. But taking it back to your childhood, I understand there was a point you were actually living on your own when you were 6 years old.
Yeah, it reached a point.
Not standard 6, but 6 years old.
Yeah, it reached a point whereby my mom had to look for me a place where I can stay and be at peace. Because when I was around my dad, I felt like I am not supposed to be here. Even the words he could say, it could tell a lot. So my mom had to look for me somewhere to stay. As much as I am in the family, I stay aside.
Elsewhere.
Yeah. So I was just coming in the house, but that peace of mind, I had no peace of mind.
And how far was this from where your family was staying?
It was just around,
Okay.
but I'm a Bati house.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And so there, would you eat at the house and then go back and sleep there?
No, my mom used to tell me, kuja huku ukule, and then there you'll just go to sleep. Because eating, even anything in that house, I just saw like I'm not part of the family. Even like school fees, anything. Because I think I went to 5 primary schools.
Wow.
5. Why? School fees. Because when I was going to a certain school, you get like the school fees is shooting. When it's shoot, the mom tells me, itabidi tutafute shule ingine. So you keep on changing schools due to escaping the school fees arrears.
Right.
Yeah.
So you lived there on your own for how long?
I lived there like, I think since that time.
Since then?
Yeah, I was just alone, and I was just coming in the family just to check, say hello, anything. But since then, I was
been
just
on your
aside.
Wow. Ever since? You've never actually gone back to living with the family?
Yeah.
How is your relationship with your father today?
Okay. My father, the relationship is good because it reached a point he decided to come and apologize.
That's big of
You
him.
know.
Yeah.
And one thing my mentor used to tell me, like, ni baba yako. You have to forgive him. So I had to.
That must have been really hard, though.
Yeah, it was hard,
This
but
is someone who should have been protecting
it
you.
was hard, but I just had to accept. Because
Yeah.
even I think after class 8, the mattress and the box I bought, it was out of misumari, like those. I used to go at night, those vibanda where people cook chips, mandazi. I collect those nails, I keep them, and then I go to weigh them, whereby by then the kg was at around 30 bob. So I bought the mattress and the box, and my mentors came in, and my mom got some cash, and I went to Nambale Boys High School.
Wow.
That was in Busia. But at Nambale Boys, things were not the same, because already the first school fees I went with, mom had borrowed from somewhere.
Okay.
So trying to return the cash and paying my school fees again, it became a difficult. So I was chased like each time, and hey, go home, what, school fees. It reached Form 2, I was like, I'm seeing like the end of my schooling.
Right.
So I went and stayed at my aunt at Mungachi Place. So staying there, I stayed like a whole term, Form 2. No school fees. You are not seeing anything coming in any way. That's when my mentors came in and told my mom, bring back Frank to Nairobi, at least we look for a day school.
Okay. So eventually were you able to finish school?
Yeah, when I came back to Nairobi, that was Form 2, I went to Mwanganga Secondary Kayole.
Okay.
I did the interview, but when the things were on that paper, I had not
You didn't
learned
get an
about.
education.
Yeah, because Form 1, even we had not finished the syllabus by then.
Yeah.
So I just did it, and one of the teacher who was a mathematician was called Zioka, said that you must be so bright, because I just used my brain, and I told God, if I can, well and good.
Wow. Hey, so you were able to then at least get through your high school education. You're still out here living on your own. At some point in this, you've reconciled though with your father. Your siblings were already supportive. They weren't, at least you had a good relationship with your siblings?
Yeah, my siblings were good.
Okay.
Yeah, because for them, I think they had not understood what was going on in the house. But as a child grows, he or she comes to understand.
Right.
Because even at the high school, I had to open up to one of my friend.
Right.
By then, he is called Washington Mugo. At least to help me when he is neg to empower me. Because I saw he was just topping in school. When it comes to math, I saw, let me approach this guy.
Okay. So that must have taken a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it took a lot of confidence, because I had to approach him so that he can help me push my goal. Because for me, I just knew I'm going university.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And the only person I can share with was Washington. So Washington, when we came together, when he opened up, we found that we are struggling the same issues. Though he is negative, but school fees issues, we are the same. So when we were being chased home, we used to take 20 bob, we go to a certain library called Bethlehem. So when people are going to school, as we are going to the library.
Wow.
Because that's the only our parents could give us.
Yeah.
We were just going back to school to do the exams. We were being called, Frank, Washington, kujeni mfanye mtihani.
Wow.
You see? So much of us, we were reading on our own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So now you're a young adult. Were you able to make it to university?
Okay. We did the exam. Form 4, that is Washington. We prayed a lot. Washington used to come. We sleep together. Like, we just saw we are going to university. Nothing else. But it happened.
Yeah.
Like, immediately the results were out, the first person was my mentor to call me. By then, I was not around. I had gone to rural home. He told me, Frank, umepata nini? I was like, what I have got is not mine. Because I expected a lot from this.
Yeah.
Me, the much I was reading, until my mom at one point told me that, Frank, utakuwa mwenda wazimu.
Because you were studying so hard.
Studying so hard. And when it comes to school activities, I am a journalist club, I do everything. So my mom just knew I was going to university, but the results came out, I got a C. And I was, again, like, my life has come to an end. Because my mom used to tell me, you are sharp, you are going to university.
Yeah.
So getting such a C, it was like, I have fallen.
Well, first of all, Franklin, to get a C, even in the circumstances that you've lived through, you should be very proud of that. That is still a good grade. Because there are many entitled people who have everything that they have, and they'll never give it the seriousness that you gave it. So I think you should be proud of that grade.
Yeah.
I really do. And well done to you.
Thank you.
But is your mom still in your life?
Yeah, my mom is still in my life, because immediately after Form 4, she said, Frank, nimechoka.